like for everyone's probably experienced this when you're in a social situation, you're like, you don't know what to do with your hands. So you just like stood there like an NPC, just. There's something to be careful for. Just because someone is right in a lot of areas doesn't mean they're right in all areas. So, and it's a very easy slip of the tongue for me to say something like, oh, women should be feminine and men should be masculine. The truth is that everyone has more of a spectrum, and it's not like a man is masculine or a woman is feminine, but it's more like what percentage of masculine and feminine energy they have. And in general, almost everyone will have both splits. Tate portrays himself as a man who has 100% masculine energy and 0% feminine. This is why he's been able to like blow up unabashedly. Whether that's like actually true in real life or not, I don't really know. But yeah, it's very easy for someone like him or for me to kind of just slip and say, yeah, men should be masculine. The truth is, like, maybe you're supposed to be 36% masculine and 64% feminine. Maybe for one of these guys, they're supposed to be 48% feminine, for example. It's not as cool, but you will have the better life living the true to your authentic nature than you will trying to live your life to make me happy when I don't even know like what's happening in your personal life. So still take the guidance, if stuff that Tate has said has helped you or stuff that I've said has helped you, that's awesome. Just be kind of like careful with that. And I'd ask you, and also for everyone else, hang on one sec. Yeah, just for everyone here and for you, Chrissy, it's quite important to just ask yourself, this is a question you can write down. If the internet did not exist and I lived in a tribe, what percentage masculine would I be and what percentage feminine would I be? If Tate didn't exist, Hamza didn't exist, if social media didn't exist and you're trying to grow on Instagram so you got to pretend to be more alpha or whatever, if none of that existed, what personality would you have? Would you be as masculine as you are right now? Would Jack be asking how to like sun his balls more efficiently? Like it's a good question to ask, because certainly, don't dive deep into this, because answers to that question would also be like, okay, well, I wouldn't go to the doctor, I wouldn't read books, and you get what I mean? So it's just to give you like a little bit of an insight to think, okay, if I was just a total, natural, healthy human who wasn't influenced by anyone on social media, what would my authentic, maybe genetic, sexual energy be? And then just do honor some of the cultural narratives that we have, because they are important. It's culture, like the impact it has on our genetics, or the impact it has on our gender. It does seem like negative. So like what we're saying for you is you may have naturally been more of a masculine woman, but these days you're seeing like me and Tate talking about, women should be feminine. And that's giving you like a level of inauthenticity, which isn't going to be good for your life. Like you'll never be truly happy if you're living this inauthentic life. If, for example, let's say you're supposed to be 70% feminine energy, 30% masculine energy, just to make it kind of simple, and you are acting like you're supposed to be 100% feminine energy, there's always going to be this weird kind of like unnatural feeling about your actions. And I don't think anyone's happy in that state. Like the guys really know this when it comes to dating. Those moments when you're like trying to speak to a girl and the thoughts pop into your mind, like, what should I do? How should I like put my hands? Or, like for everyone's probably experienced this when you're in a social situation, you're like, you don't know what to do with your hands. So you just like stood there like an NPC, just just feeling awkward. No one feels good like that. And like, I think a part of that comes from like the expectations we put on ourselves, thinking of what we should do. So it's just a good question to ask yourself. Like one thing you said stuck out there, that, okay, masculine is like providing. And I think most guys would agree with that. Guys, just type it 1 in the chat if you'd agree. Like providing is an act of masculinity. I would assume a lot of the guys here would agree with that. I'm not too sure. I think it's actually like, because it seems right. And again, all the masculine guys online are telling you, providing is awesome. I actually am beginning to think that a lot of these guys are saying that just to appease their egos and their need for material success. Like, you know, all the rich guys you've seen to talk a lot about, like, oh yeah, providing for your woman, it's so important and stuff. They retired everyone they loved, these really rich guys that we might watch, right? They retired everyone that they loved years ago. I think that they're only saying providing just to kind of cope, to keep making more money, because it's like an addiction. Providing is awesome, and it's really nice to do. It doesn't really, I'm not sure if it's really a masculine trait anymore.